Hello, first graders. Welcome back to the Johnstone Family Kitchen for this week's math game that you can play with just a sheet of paper and something to write with. Today's game is called Guess My Number. We're going to have the number range be 0 to 100, and the guesser gets 7 questions, and they have to be questions that can be answered with yes or no. So for example, if someone says, "Is your number in the 20s?" I could say yes, or I could say no. If the person would ask, "What decade is your number in?" I can't say yes or no to that. So we have to think of yes or no questions. So the way the game works is we're gonna have 2 people. My son Ezra is gonna be our guest again today. He's gonna be the guesser. So Ezra, I'm gonna choose a number between 0 and 100, and I'm gonna write it down just to make sure that whoever chooses the number isn't changing their mind or cheating. So Ezra, close your eyes for a second. Let me write a number down. All right, I have my number. Ezra, you can start us off. You get 7 yes or no questions to figure out what my secret number is. What's your first question?
Is your number less than 50?
My number is less than 50. You do not have to keep track on a number line. I'm going to do it just because I think it's a nice visual, but we could mark the numbers as we go. So my number is less than 50. Just got rid of everything 50 and over. That's 1 question. I'm going to put a tally mark down so we keep track that you did 1 question. Ezra, what's your second question?
Is your number greater than 25?
My number is greater than 25. Ezra, with his second question, just got rid of everything less than 25. That's 2 questions so far.
Is your number in the 30s?
Yes, my number is in the 30s. So with Ezra's third question, he just got rid of 29 and lower and 40 and above. We know it's in the 30s. Go ahead with your fourth question, Ezra.
Is your number less than 35?
So you want to know if it's less than 35? No, it is not less than 35.
Is your number 35?
My number is not 35. 2 questions to go.
Is your number greater than 37?
It is not greater than 37. Ezra is down to 1 guess. Ezra, what are the 2 numbers it could still be?
36 or 37?
It's one of those 2 numbers. You have 1 guess left. Ezra, what's your question for me?
36. Is your number 36?
My number is not 36.
Oh.
My number is 37. You were about as close as you could get. So 37 was the number. That was the 7th guess. First graders, that's the way the game is played. If it helps you to make a number line and keep track as you go, great. If you can just keep track of it all in your head, that is perfectly fine. One question that kids ask sometimes is, Mr. J, his first question was, is your number bigger than 50? And I said no. So then they'll say, well, then could it still be 50? Well, is 50 bigger than 50? No. So could the number still be 50? Yes, of course it could. So choose your questions carefully. 7 questions. They have to be yes or no. In the 0 to 100 range, you just need 1 other person to play with you. Have fun with it, first graders.